Hi. Mary stayed at her cousin's house 3 months until she gave birth. On the 8th day, they took the baby to be circumcised, and the people who gathered for that moment insisted that the baby should be named Zacharias, like his father. But Elizabeth refused it, and she said, no, the baby is going to be called John. They started to wonder why, because they didn't have any relative called John. So they insisted he has to be called Zacharias. At that moment, Zacharias, who was still mute, took a tablet and wrote on it that the baby was going to be called John. It was at that moment when Zacharias recovered his speech, and the people was amazed. In that very moment, yet, Zacharias began to sing a song in which he blessed the name of the Lord for sending a Savior, for taking the chance or taking the time to redeem his people. Zacharias wasn't talking about his son. He was talking about the baby that Mary was expecting. And then he turned to his son, who was still 8 days old, and he said, and you, my child, you are going to be called the prophet of the Most High, because you are going to go before him, open the path, open the way for him, preparing the way for him. And you are going to give his people the knowledge of salvation through the forgiveness of their sins. So Zachariah understood it perfectly, or he perfectly understood that the Messiah, the Savior, was going to come to deliver his people from their sins. In fact, the people was expecting the Savior, the Messiah, but they were expecting someone like who will come with an army to deliver them from the ruling of the Romans. But the coming of Jesus, according to Zechariah, was to deliver them from their sins. So the coming of Jesus wasn't about shopping or wasn't about a family gathering. All that is fine. But he came to deliver the people from their sins. So reflect today in what it means to you, the birth of Jesus Christ. See you tomorrow.